What's up, y'all? It's your girl Nick Robinson with the Yara Effect, and we are here today. Y'all, we got to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta premiere. Listen, okay, first of all, let me just be honest. I had stopped watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't remember what season it was. That's how bad it is. But it was a season where Portia left, and I think Sonia Richards was there, I believe, whatever season that was. And I tried to watch last season, but when this whole thing with Martell and Kenya and all of that stuff happened, I think when Marlo became a main cast member, I was just like, okay, I'm not, for me, the show had lost what drew me in initially. So when I saw they did a whole revamp, um, I was like, I'm interested. I had gone to an expo um, back in November 2024, and Kelly, one of the new cast members, was there on stage. She's cute, petite little girl, she was talking about her business and being on Atlanta Housewives and everything. And, I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to check it out because I really had veered away from it. But y'all, I'm so glad that I tuned in. Let me say this real quick. Let me say this. First of all, we have the luxurious beautifulness, if that's a word, that Real Housewives of Atlanta is known for. I feel like it had kind of lost a little bit of that. Back in the day when you used to look at Real Housewives of Atlanta, you used to see like a very upscale black existence that is true here in Atlanta. So they definitely brought that opulence back. Starting off with Miss Shamea Morton Muwange. If I'm saying her name wrong, y'all let me know. But listen, let me say this. When I tell you the level that Shamea was living on, I don't know if any of us knew it really. Um, it's crazy how beautiful her home is. I mean, you got, and I love some Versace. You got the Versace wallpaper popping. You have the beautiful open concept. I mean, listen, it's crazy. Not only it looks like a condominium on the outside. You know how you see those units that's like they are small individual houses onto themselves and they're attached. Like that's what her house looked like, y'all. But it's not a condo. It is a full on mansion. I mean, mega mansion. Okay. Um, Bought it for $9 million. I mean, it's just crazy. When they bought that house, it was the second largest purchased in Georgia. Okay. Um, I just gotta clap it up for her because we didn't know. And when she first started coming on Real Housewives seasons ago, I believe it was before she was married. She got married in 2017 to her husband. Um, she was the same girl. And I was like, you know what, Lord? Because I had always prayed. I was like, Lord, if I ever do get to the level that I know you have for me, I still want to be humble. I still want to be myself. I want people to be able to say, oh, that's still Nick. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more popping, just a little bit more shiny, or just a little bit more, whatever, but still I'm myself. Listen, take note. Shamia is that person to model after if that's what your heart's desire is. I mean, like she, you know, told the backstory of how she met her husband and all of that, and they've been married since 2017. Okay, my prayer is that this show doesn't interfere with their marriage. If from what I'm reading right now about them, it won't. But I'm still gonna like hope and pray that they can keep it together because we've seen where shows tear couples apart, and they have two daughters, and that would just be unfortunate because I'm all for love, marriage, you know what I'm saying, and all of those nice, warm, fuzzy things. But let me say this real quick. I noticed that as I was doing my little recon research on Shamia to talk about this video, it seems that Portia, since her and Portia have been friends since childhood, and we saw pictures, evidence of that, as well as the ladies expressing that, it seems to me like Shamea is definitely Portia friend, but I don't know how much Portia is Shamea friend. And the reason I say that is because, like, for example, your girl got married in Africa. I know you could afford to go. You know what I'm saying? I know that even if you couldn't afford to go, she would have, had you, she would have got you. She would have got you there. She was not there, y'all. I saw Candy in the audience. I saw Tiny, from Escape in the audience. No Portia. I'm looking for Portia. I'm thinking she's probably up there with, the other ladies. No, she was not. And then I Googled and it was like, no, she did not attend, but she was at the Atlanta ceremony. Like, for me, that's not good enough to me as a friend. Like, I mean, your friend is getting married in Africa. Like, why wouldn't you be there? Like, I just don't understand. I don't know what was going on in Portia's life at that time. So I'm gonna not try to judge her too harshly for that. But what we did see in the episode is that, it was Shamea's birthday. She had all these people over. House was banging. The only thing I would suggest is that she make her staff get them people some food. Because everybody was walking around talking about they are hungry. I'm hungry. Where the food? Where the food? So have people there to pass out the food, Miss Shamea. But other than that, everything else was very, very nice. They had the honey, she don't have a yard. She has a courtyard. Did you okay, that's what you saw in that episode when they were outside. That is a courtyard, baby. Okay? Her house looks like her closet, an elevator to her closet, and it looks like a department store. Yeah, she got a theater in her house. Like, I mean, it's beautiful, right? And I know everybody don't want to live on that level, or everybody don't need to have that, or whatever the case may be, but it's just so nice to see the rich, opulent elegance that Atlanta has. I think that and I love all the Atlanta based shows because, I'm a Georgia girl through and through, born and raised here. So I love me some Georgia. But I feel like sometimes some of the shows that are in Georgia don't really feature that side. So we got to see that in Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm glad that's back. So, Shamea got her birthday truck. Okay, she has a Rolls Royce truck that her husband bought her, right? Here's the big reveal of her gift, and everybody's outside supporting Shamea, and then that's when Portia decides to roll up. Okay, so here's my thing. Everybody knows that Atlanta traffic is horrible. It is terrible. It is bad off. Okay, I deal with it every single day. She's right. There is a magical time to leave for a certain event. I mean, to be honest with you, depending on how far you need to go and what time of day it is, you may want to leave. If it's gonna take you an hour to get there, you might as well leave at least an hour and 30 to 2 hours, depending on the traffic map. I mean, we have traffic maps that tell us, what the traffic is, how long it's gonna take you to get there, etc., etc. In Portia's defense, the Atlanta traffic is bad. If you've never been here, you don't know what it's like. I've heard people from Cali say that the Atlanta traffic is worse. I can't even believe that, because Cali, I've never been to Cali, but when you see like them filming in Cali, you see all those lanes, they got about 10 lanes of traffic just sitting there, right? But they say Atlanta traffic is worse, so I'm gonna just believe it. But anyway, even if you were late, you know what I'm saying, you don't pop your behind in this girl's moment of receiving her gift from her husband. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? I agree with Kelly when she said, oh girl, if you my best friend, you better pop in that audience like you been there and I just missed you or something. I agree. I think Portia has this issue that she's always had, which is she doesn't think outside of herself. It's really, really hard for Portia to think outside of herself, except when it comes to her daughter, I'm sure. Like, I'm not criticizing her as a mother. I'm just looking at her from the friend lens. And I feel like Portia has this energy that if it's not about Portia, then it's not important. So at the end of the day, I just feel like that was a bad move as a friend. And as we see later on in the season, Shamea will sit her down to talk to Portia about, her issue with their friendship. And Portia looks disinterested. She looks unbothered. She looks like, whatever, girl. I think because you may be taking your friend for granted that she's always going to be there for you. Because one thing about it, Shamea is definitely Portia's friend. We're gonna get to see in this space what kind of friend Portia is to Shamea. Okay. I know that some people are making comparisons that, well, Portia tried to follow up behind Simon. And see, that's the thing. Like, Shamea has played friend of for so long. We didn't know that she was really the it girl. Shamea is really that girl. She ran down her credits. She called herself the female Jamie Foxx. I mean, she said she can sing, she can dance, she can host, she can whatever else she said. It was four things she named. But I'm sitting here like, girl, and she got the evidence to back it up. I'm sitting here like, wow, we didn't know Shamea. Like, I would okay, and this is just a criticism of the show and the producers or whatever. Why did y'all not make Shamea a peach holder way before now? You know what I'm saying? Like, way before now. How did Drew Sidora, how did Sonia Richardson get peaches before Shamea? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. I really don't understand that, y'all. Maybe it was a conflict of her schedule because I know she has her youngest daughter. She had been saying that they were at the hospital with her and stuff like that. Maybe that was the situation. I don't know. Maybe she didn't want to do it initially and now she, feels like she wants to. I don't know. I just want to know. Can y'all tell me why did they keep Shamea from us for so long? You know what I'm saying? She really is a vibe, I feel. She of the friendship between she and Portia, and I hate to compare because, like when you are friends, people are always looking at what's similar about you guys and what's different about you guys. And from what I can tell, like Shamea was really that girl. You know what I'm saying? And she was okay with being a supporting role, an assist, whatever you want to call it, to Portia initially, and then they had an issue, and then she and Candy became close. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm here for it. I want to see it. I want to, see what Shamea's story is. As we can see, she has a lot to share, and I'm here for it. Also, the connectedness of the group is basically through Shamea. Like the ladies that are on now, she has personal connections and relationships and everything with all the ladies. So I'm like, wow, okay, that's what's up. So at the end of the day, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the Real Housewives of Atlanta reboot, if you will, because sometimes we're so used to what we've had that we're not really open to what's new. And I'm here to say that I'm gonna give it a chance. I know a lot of people was like, boo to the new girls. Don't do that because some people was like, oh, we don't know these girls. Honey, we didn't know Nene Leakes. Okay, we didn't know Sheree. She by Sheree. We didn't know her. We didn't know Kim Zolciak. Some of the franchise favorites we did not know until we gave them a chance. So y'all give them a chance. I mean, like, it's nothing wrong with starting over. It's not, everybody got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So let's give them a chance. Let's see what they got popping. I'm here for it. I'm here for the opulent Atlanta. I'm here for the fashions, honey. I'm here for all of it because at the end of the day, that's what they're bringing. I know it's the first episode. It took them a long time to bring us that. Did it not? I mean, like, it seemed like it was at least 2 years that we went without Real Housewives of Atlanta. I wasn't sure that they was going to be able to revive the show. And shout out to Phaedra real quick. Let me just say that. Let me just say this real fast. This is how you revive a show, baby. Okay? If you know, you know. Anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shamea is that girl. They bringing back the opulent Atlanta scene. I love it. We got the fashions going. Yeah. And shout out to that second room that Shamea took the ladies to film so they could, actually hear each other. Beautiful room. I mean, like, everything was just gorgeous in her house. And I love the fact that she's so humble. Like, that's what I keep going back to. One more point I want to make about life in general, because let me tell y'all something, ladies. Her husband owns a HVAC company that supplies airports with their HVAC systems. Let me say this. You don't have to play a sport You don't have to be a doctor or a lawyer to have money, as you can see. Yes, Shamea had her own bag before she met her husband, but I mean, look what I'm saying. The point is, don't shame an industry before you understand the potential of it. I know, like, what they could call blue collar work, as far as like trades and stuff like that. Let me tell you something about trades. Trades help us in our day to day lives. Who don't need HVAC? If you're living in a house, apartment, whatever it is you're living in, you need HVAC. You see what I'm saying? That man took his skill or whatever he did, I don't know, and he parlayed that into a very lucrative business. Because when I saw that house, I was like, oh my goodness, what does her husband do? And she let us know. And I'm like, wow, amazing. So this is a lesson for us all that you can, if college isn't your thing, you know what I'm saying? College is not for everybody. Go get you a trade, get you something under your belt, get you some certifications, and then you can parlay that into a business. We always gonna need plumbing, electrical, HVAC. We always gonna need those things. As long as there is electricity that we're using, as long as there are houses that we are staying in, we're gonna need those services. So shout out to, her husband for seeing that, okay, let me supply a business that people are going to always need, and that I can charge for my skill set and set my life up. And what I love too is she said he didn't have any children. That man was focused. Okay, ladies, let me say this. She met that man. They got to know each other. He saw the real her. And that's what I love about it. She just was her. And that was good enough for him. So the lesson here is, you know what I'm saying? Be you. Don't fumble an opportunity. Because I mean, like, she could have been like, oh, he just do HVAC. Because I'm pretty sure he didn't come at her like, oh, I got this, I got that, blase blah. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not how the energy was. In Atlanta, a lot of times, we can get caught up in the glitz, the glam, the money, the bag, whatever, and not see somebody for themselves. So at the end of the day, it's like, listen, goals, period. I'm sorry. It's goals. It's goals. It's goals. It's giving life. It's giving fresh air. I mean, I'm loving Real Housewives of Atlanta right now. I'm loving it. So y'all let me know what y'all thinking. Like, comment, subscribe, share all the good stuff. Down in the comments, let me know what you thought of the premiere. Let me know how you think the season is going to go. This is another edition of To Coach a Celebrity on the Yara Effect. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.